Interesting.
You sent us this audio file, Nueva Grabación 32.m4a, right? In Spanish.
Right.
And, well, it's not your everyday voice memo.
It's
not.
It's definitely something else.
It is. So to set the stage, it's basically a voice claiming to be like a divine entity.
Yeah. Calls himself Master David.
Master David, and he's talking to a guy named David.
Right. Presumably his, like, human counterpart.
Yeah, exactly. It's giving off some seriously spiritual vibes,
It was
right?
just very mystical.
Mystical, yeah. Before we get too far down the rabbit hole, though, let's actually hear this voice.
Yeah, good idea.
We've got a translated excerpt.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
I am Master David.
The soul.
My soul, my human, my beloved, the part of me that I sent to this planet to experience what the relationship between consciousness and energy in a human body was like, it has been very diverse. It was very copious. It has been very entertaining and varied. It has been wonderful always. My beloved David.
Okay, wow. I don't know about you, but
Calling me intrigued.
I'm hooked.
Definitely.
It's like listening in on a conversation between like two parts of the same being.
Yeah.
One divine, one human.
That's a really good way to put it, actually. That's exactly what makes this so fascinating. Like, throughout history, right, we've had all these figures who've claimed divine communication, prophets, mystics, all that. But this feels different, more,
Intimate.
intimate. Yeah.
It is.
That's like you're right there in the room with them.
And the way the voice sets up this hierarchy right from the start.
Yeah.
Calling himself Master David and referring to the human David as
My human.
my human.
My beloved.
My beloved.
It's like both commanding and affectionate at the same time. It's a very strange mix. It's powerful.
It is powerful. And then that line about the soul being sent to experience life in a human body. I mean,
Whoa.
that's deep.
Yeah, it throws you right into the deep end of philosophy, doesn't it?
It does. Makes you think about the very nature of the soul, how it connects to our physical selves.
And what is the purpose of all of it, right?
Exactly. I mean, those are questions philosophers have been grappling with forever. But let's bring it back to this specific recording, okay?
Yeah, all right.
What are the key themes this voice is hitting on? One that jumped out at me right away was innocence.
Oh, absolutely.
The voice straight up asks David, what is innocence?
And the answer is, well, it's pretty thought-provoking.
It is. It's described as being like a child, up to 6 years old, who receives everything, who accepts everything, who does not reject anything. They are totally open to any energy, to anything that comes to them.
Yeah. It's this pure, unfiltered openness, like a sponge, just soaking it all up.
Exactly. But if we think about it more broadly, it raises a big question, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of innocence something we should try to hold on to as we get older? Or is it just like inherently tied to childhood?
Yeah, because on the one hand, we associate innocence with naivety,
Right.
vulnerability, like it's something you lose as you get more experience.
Yeah, the world kind of beats it out of you. Right.
Yeah.
In a way.
But then again, maybe there's a strength in that openness, too.
Oh, for sure.
Like a willingness to see things with fresh eyes.
To approach things without judgment.
Exactly. Maybe that's what this voice is trying to guide David toward, especially with all the talk about a transformation.
Oh, yeah.
Things get really interesting there.
That's where the mystery really kicks in.
It does. We hear about a second coming, the arrival of crystalline energy. It's all very cryptic.
It is. But you got to admit, it piques your curiosity.
It totally does. Transformation is like this central theme in so many different spiritual and philosophical traditions, right?
And it usually involves like shedding old patterns,
Beliefs.
identities.
Yeah, like you're making way for something new, something more evolved.
So is this crystalline energy some kind of catalyst for this transformation?
Possibly.
Like it's going to shake things up and push David and maybe humanity to a whole new level of consciousness.
That's one way to look at it.
It's exciting, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it also sounds like the voice is preparing David for this shift, telling him to be fully present, let go of distractions.
You're so right. The voice is constantly telling him to stop chatting and playing games. Even specifically mentions applications. So like these distractions are preventing him from connecting with his true self.
Or from being ready for this crystalline energy, whatever that may be.
And that's something we all struggle with today, right?
Big time.
I mean, think about it. Social media, technology.
It's like we're drowning in information.
We are. So easy to lose sight of what actually matters.
And maybe that's part of the message here. This recording is like a wake-up call.
To be more present.
Exactly.
It's a good message,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about cutting out the bad stuff,
Yeah.
the mindless scrolling and all that. It's also about being present for the good stuff. The moments of joy, connection,
The simple things.
the simple things. But okay, let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
All this talk of transformation and crystalline energy and needing to be present, it can be kind of unsettling, right?
Definitely has an edge to it. Like, under all the excitement, there's this underlying sense of
Fear.
fear. Yeah. Like, what if it all goes wrong?
Right. Because change can be scary, even if it promises something amazing.
Absolutely. And that's where the voice's reassurances come in. Like, it's sensing David's anxiety and trying to calm him down. Don't be afraid.
You won't disappear.
You won't die. You won't cease to be. It's almost like a parent comforting a child, you know?
Yeah. Like, it's going to be okay. Trust me.
Exactly. I'm here with you.
So powerful. So it seems like fear and reassurance are like two sides of the same coin in this recording, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. They're both woven into the fabric of this whole transformation narrative.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Innocence, transformation, the need for presence, this whole dynamic of fear and reassurance. But there's another layer to this recording that we need to unpack.
Oh, yeah, we're just getting started.
We are. There's some seriously intriguing details and language in here that deserve a closer look.
Like that whole thing about David's physical body
Mm-hmm.
and, what was it?
The virus of sexual energy?
Yeah, that one. Definitely need to dive into that next time.
Oh, we will. So stick with us, because things are about to get even more interesting.
Believe me. All right, welcome back to our deep dives into Nueva Grabación 32.m4a.
Part 2.
Part 2, we're picking up where we left off. Lots of profound ideas to unpack, you know?
Yeah, innocence, transformation,
The whole presence thing.
power of belief.
Yeah.
Really heavy stuff.
It is. But there are also these, like, specific details in this recording
Oh, yeah.
that we need to take a closer look at.
Totally.
Yeah.
For example, the voice keeps talking about David's physical body.
Yeah, like how strong it is,
Right.
how resilient it is, how it served him well, allowed him to experience all these things.
Exactly. But then it gets kind of weird.
It does.
The voice starts talking about the body, like, rejuvenating itself.
Yeah, like it has this self-healing power.
That goes beyond what we normally think of.
Way beyond. Almost like David's body is being prepped for something.
Extraordinary.
Exactly. Something big. And this ties back into the transformation idea, doesn't it?
It does. Maybe this transformation isn't just, like, spiritual or mental,
Right.
but also physical.
That's a really interesting thought. And it gets even wilder when you consider what the voice says about David living forever.
Yeah. You will live forever. You will never die again. I mean,
whoa.
what does that even mean?
Right. Is it literal? Is it metaphorical?
Exactly. It makes
Right.
you think about, like, what is death? What is immortality?
Those are questions humans have been asking forever. Some believe immortality is about the soul, you know, like it lives on, while others think it's about leaving a mark on the world through your actions, your legacy.
Yeah, your impact transcends your lifespan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears for a second.
Okay.
Because there's that whole thing about the virus of sexual energy.
Oh, yeah. That one really threw me for a loop.
It's super cryptic, not totally clear what the voice is getting at, but it seems like a warning.
Yeah, like a caution against certain desires or behaviors
There's that whole part where the voice tells David to stop chatting.
and playing games.
Specifically mentions applications and like the allure of conquering someone.
Right. It's like
Oh.
warning against superficial connections.
Especially those driven by ego, the need for validation.
Yeah.
Like it's all a distraction.
So maybe the voice is saying that these distractions,
Yeah.
especially the ones driven by sexual energy, could hold David back.
Yeah, like hinder his spiritual progress, prevent him from fully embracing this transformation.
It's a powerful idea. I mean, think about it. In our world today, it's so easy to get caught up in that stuff.
Constantly seeking validation.
Instant gratification.
To forget about the deeper connection.
The present moment.
Exactly. So maybe this recording is a reminder
To be more mindful.
to examine our own viruses, so to speak,
What are those things that are holding us back?
that are keeping us from our full potential.
It's a big question.
Yeah.
It makes me think about the role of belief in all of this.
Oh, yeah. Because the voice keeps reassuring David. Right. telling him not to be afraid,
Yeah.
that he won't disappear,
Won't die.
that he's being taken care of. It seems like David's like struggling with all of this.
Yeah, his human mind is trying to make sense of it all.
Right. And it highlights the tension between, our human limitations and the possibility of something much greater, something beyond our current understanding.
It's like he's being asked to just trust,
Take a leap of faith.
even though it might seem crazy. But isn't that what spiritual growth is all about?
In a way, yeah. Pushing beyond our comfort zones.
Embracing the unknown,
And that brings us to a really important theme,
which is.
the significance of belief and how it shapes our experiences.
So you're saying that if we believe something is possible, even if it seems impossible,
It becomes more likely.
that's a powerful idea.
Think about the placebo effect,
Oh yeah, people experience real changes.
just because they believe they're getting treatment.
So maybe our beliefs have a similar power when it comes to like personal growth.
Spiritual transformation.
Wow.
It's a lot to think about. This whole recording is like a puzzle, isn't it?
It is. We're piecing together these clues,
Uh,
trying to decode these cryptic messages,
Yeah.
trying to make sense of it all.
Exactly. And that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating. There are still unanswered questions,
Yeah.
threads we need to pull on, mysteries to unravel. But for now,
Yeah.
let's shift our focus to the overall tone of this recording, the emotional weight of it all.
We're back, ready to wrap up our deep dive into Nueva Grabacion 32.m4a. It's been quite a journey.
It has. We've gone deep into these ideas about innocence, transformation, and the power of belief. We've even talked about the potential of our physical bodies.
Right, but there's this whole emotional layer to this recording
Yep.
that we haven't fully explored yet.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like this push and pull between urgency and reassurance. It's almost like, imagine a parent getting their kid ready for something big, something scary,
Yeah.
but also like amazing.
Okay, yeah.
Like they're holding their hand, for comfort, but also like gently nudging them toward the edge of the diving board.
I get it. It's that mix of, don't worry, I'm here, and you got this, you can do it.
Exactly. And the
Yeah.
voice in this recording, it's doing that same thing with David. It's using all this dramatic language.
Yeah, second coming crystalline energy.
Right. But then it keeps reassuring him. Like, don't be afraid.
Won't disappear. I'll be here with you.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder about their relationship. Is this like built on trust that was already there? Or is this all new for David? This connection, I mean. Is it like awe-inspiring and terrifying all at once?
That's a good question. Maybe there's a history there that we don't know about.
Yeah. But whatever their past is, the voice is definitely trying to instill a sense of faith in David.
It is. It's like saying, trust the process, even if it doesn't make sense right now.
Right. Have faith that you're being guided towards something incredible.
Exactly. And that brings us to, like, the core of this whole thing.
What's that?
What does it mean to have faith in something you can't even wrap your head around?
That is a big question. I mean, humans have been asking that forever, right?
Since the beginning of time, probably.
Think about it. Ancient myths, religious texts.
Even today, people are searching for that connection with something bigger than themselves.
Yeah. And a lot of times, that means putting your faith in a belief system, something that gives you guidance, helps you make sense of the world.
Especially when you're faced with the unknown.
But it's not always easy, right?
Mhm.
To just surrender to that kind of faith.
Not at all. Doubt creeps in. Fear. Skepticism. That's all part of being human.
It is. And this recording, it shows us that internal struggle. David's human mind is trying so hard to understand,
He's wrestling with these big pronouncements.
trying to fit them into his current reality.
Yeah. It's like he's being asked to jump into the abyss. Trust that there's something there to catch him.
Even though he can't see it.
Exactly. And it makes you think, how often do we cling to what's familiar? Even when it's not good for us anymore.
It's scary to let go, even when we know change is coming, even if it's for the better.
Absolutely. And I think that's what this recording is trying to tell us. Embrace the mystery.
Don't be afraid of what you don't understand.
Our understanding of reality is always changing, always evolving.
So trust the journey.
Even when you don't know the destination.
That's a great way to put it. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what stands out to you the most about this recording, I mean?
I think for me, it's the emphasis on transformation and the idea that it might not just be spiritual or mental.
It's physical, too.
Yeah, that's really intriguing,
It is. What about you? What resonated with you?
I think. The power of belief. It's something we've talked about a lot, but this recording really drives it home.
Yeah.
What we believe can have a profound impact on our experiences, maybe even on reality itself.
It's a powerful idea. And I hope this deep dive has sparked some new thoughts and questions for you. Maybe it's piqued your curiosity about different spiritual traditions. Or maybe it's just made you think about your own relationship with change and the unknown.
Exactly. And if you're feeling drawn to explore these ideas further, well, that's what the deep dive is all about. Keep searching, keep questioning. And who knows, maybe you'll discover your own inner voice guiding you along the way.
Because the exploration never really ends.
Yeah.